Losing weight can feel like an impossible task if you have a thyroid problem, but there are a few tricks that you can use to make it a whole lot easier. One of those is simply supporting your thyroid. By taking thyroid supplements, you can boost thyroid function, and this leads to a higher metabolism and more calories burned at rest with very minimal effort. The key to getting this benefit is all about using the right supplements. Here are the supplements that work best to boost your thyroid and help you lose weight. Number one is T2 thyroid hormone. Not many people, including thyroid patients, know much about T2 thyroid hormone. But that doesn't mean it can't help boost your metabolism and help you lose weight. Emerging research shows that T2 has promising effects on muscle cells, liver cells, and even fat cells. It has also been shown to activate brown fat, thereby leading to an increase in metabolism and heat production. What makes T2 even more interesting is the fact that it is the only thyroid hormone available over the counter. While you need a prescription to get T4 and T3 thyroid hormones, the same is not true for T2. This means you can purchase this thyroid hormone without going to your doctor. But before you do, you need to learn how to use it. For best results, you will want to use the most physiologic active form of T2, known as 3,5-diiodo-L-thyrionine. Safe dosing will usually range between 100 and 300 micrograms per day, depending on your own personal tolerance. If you are taking T2 in cream form, the dose will be around 25 to 50 micrograms. If you are using the capsule form of T2, your dose will be around 100 to 200 micrograms per day. Like any thyroid hormone, if you want to take it, make sure you are starting at a low dose and increasing slowly over time. Even though T2 is very well tolerated compared to other thyroid hormones, you never want to take more than you need. Number 2 on the list are thyroid glandulars. Also referred to as raw thyroid glandulars or freeze-dried thyroid gland, these compounds come from the thyroid gland of animals. And because of their source, you can count on them to contain various types of thyroid cofactors and, of course, thyroid hormones. But didn't I just say that T2 is the only thyroid hormone you can get over the counter? Well, yes, sort of. While it is very likely that thyroid glandulars do contain thyroid hormones, we don't know for sure if they do. The reason for that is nobody actually takes them and tests them for each lot. But we can make the assumption that because they come from the thyroid gland of animals, and because we know that thyroid hormones are stored in that gland, it is very likely the case that they do contain these hormones. And the reason they work is that if you take these hormones, your body can then use them and it will boost thyroid function and boost your metabolism, thereby leading to more weight loss. This is probably why so many thyroid patients love to take thyroid glandulars. But before you run out and take them, there are a few things you need to know. The first has to do with dosing. Because the dosing of thyroid hormones is not standardized from lot to lot, there is a little bit of guesswork involved here. So while I can't tell you exactly how much you personally need to take, I can tell you that most people who are trying to lose weight will need a dose of about 150 to 300 milligrams of thyroid glandulars each day. Just realize that some element of trial and error will be needed here to find the best dose that works for you. Number 3 on the list are thyroid conversion supplements. You can't get T3 thyroid hormone over the counter like you can with T2, but you can get the next best thing. A list of ingredients all found in supplement form that help your body naturally create more T3. And because T3 is by far the most powerful thyroid hormone in your body, the more of it you create, the more energy you will be burning at rest. The key to boosting your T3 naturally is through a process called thyroid conversion. This is the process where your body takes the inactive thyroid hormone known as T4 and converts it into the active thyroid hormone known as T3. And we know that taking the right supplements and ingredients can help this process move along more quickly. Only certain ingredients actually help this process, so don't think that you can get these benefits by taking any old random thyroid support supplement. You'll want to look for a supplement that contains very specific ingredients, including things like zinc, selenium, vitamin A, ashwagandha, and guggle extract. Dosing is going to vary all over the place depending on which supplement you're looking at, but here are my recommended doses for each. 5 to 15 milligrams for zinc, 50 to 100 micrograms for selenium, 150 to 200 milligrams of ashwagandha, and 400 to 500 milligrams of guggle extract. Number 4 on the list is protein powder. Consuming more protein is one of the easiest things you can do to improve your thyroid and help you lose weight. Here's why. Protein intake encourages the growth of lean muscle mass, and your lean muscle mass is a major site of thyroid hormone activity. The more muscles you have, the more active your thyroid hormone will be. But in addition to this, you also get other benefits, including the fact that having protein powder takes away the need to come up with a healthy meal. Using protein powder as a meal replacement is an easy way to eliminate unhealthy food choices. Plus, you are also going to provide your body with a thyroid boosting ingredient that happens to taste great. In order to get these benefits, make sure you're looking for a protein powder that fits this criteria. Number one, you have to make sure you're using the right type of protein powder. And for thyroid patients, that means usually using a plant-based protein like pea protein. And two, you have to make sure you're using enough. If you're trying to lose weight, your goal should be to obtain about 100 grams of protein each day. And if you're looking at protein powders, that's probably going to mean 2 to 3 scoops if you only want to get about 50% of that intake from powders, which by the way is the recommended max that you take. The rest of that 100 grams should come from food sources. Number 5 on the list is black seed oil or Nigella sativa. Black seed oil, which comes from the plant Nigella sativa, is widely known for its anti-inflammatory effects. But its benefits don't stop there. Research has shown that it has positive effects on thyroid function and metabolic markers like cholesterol and even insulin. And some even show that taking it can reduce fat mass in women. Due to its thyroid promoting and metabolic effects, it's a no-brainer if you have a thyroid problem and you're trying to lose weight. How much you take will depend on which form you're trying to use. If you're using a regular black seed oil, you'll want to use between 1 and 2 teaspoons per day. If you're using a standardized concentration of black seed oil, like a 3% or 5% thimequinone, your dose will be about 500 to 1,000 milligrams per day. And if you are using Nigella sativa powder, your dose will be even higher, and that will be about 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams per day. Number 6 are supplements that activate GLP1. These GLP1 activators are incredibly popular right now given the rise in fame of GLP1 medications like Ozempic. But you don't need to use potentially harmful pharmaceuticals in order to activate this important hormone. Plenty of natural supplements can do it as well, albeit not to the same degree as these pharmaceuticals. One of the more powerful options is berberine or berberine. It has been shown in research to activate GLP1 and AMPK, leading to benefits like better blood sugar control, a lower insulin level, weight loss, and even better cholesterol. Typical doses of berberine range from 500 to 1,000 milligrams per day, but can be a lot lower if you are using the most powerful form of berberine, known as dihydroberberine, in which case you only need to use about 200 to 400 milligrams per day. Number 7 on the list are fat burners, and these work exactly as advertised. They help your body burn more fat either with exercise or at rest, and they work exactly as advertised by helping your body burn more fat, especially when combined with exercise. They do this by revving up your metabolism, increasing heat production, and increasing energy expenditure. This does sound a lot like the exact same way that your thyroid functions in your body, but fat burners do it in a little bit of a different way. Some ingredients, like yohimbine, work directly on your fat cells. This helps your fat cells liberate the energy inside of them, which helps them to shrink and helps you to lose weight and fat mass. When you couple thermogenic fat burners with thyroid boosters, that's when you really start to see great results. But a word of caution, in order to get the best benefits with a fat burner, make sure you combine it with diet and exercise. Because even if you kick out that energy that's found inside of your fat cells, you must burn it up. If you don't, it will ultimately be restored. Some of my favorite thyroid fat-burning ingredients include yohimbine, fucoxanthin, green tea extract, L-carnosine L-tartrate, and forskolin. Number 8 on the list is caffeine. Caffeine is a stimulant well known for its beneficial effects on things like energy, metabolism, and even appetite suppression. The only problem with caffeine is that taking too much of it can have a negative effect on your adrenals and on your thyroid. In addition, it's way too easy to take a lot more than you need and to become tolerant of the dose that you're currently taking. For this reason, if you're going to use caffeine for weight loss, you have to be mindful about how and when you use it. To prevent tolerance, try to use it only 2 to 3 times per week. And to prevent overdosing and jitteriness and problems with your thyroid, you'll want to use a dose of about 25 to 50 milligrams each time you take it. If you think that a sluggish thyroid is preventing you from losing weight, then go ahead and give some of these thyroid boosting, weight loss promoting supplements a try. But remember, Always, always, always combine supplements with diet and lifestyle changes. Because if you think you're someone who can just take these supplements and lose weight without any effort, you're wrong. In order to lose weight, you'll have to do all of these things at the same time. In addition, it also helps if you can avoid some of the most common pitfalls that people make when trying to lose weight. And if you want to see what those common pitfalls are for thyroid patients, make sure you check out this video next.